Okay, the Mickey reveal here. Now, as you know, I got home with my Burger King meal. Now, I don't advocate people eat at Burger King or McDonald's or stuff. You know, they just not the best quality stuff. And the oil they use is not going to be butter or bacon grease or something like that. So this is not something you do often. But in a pinch, you can go through and get something. If you're traveling or whatever, you just don't have time, you know. But I wouldn't make it a daily habit for sure. Because of the oils they use, and sometimes they add stuff to the burger. So, yeah. But anyway, I got home, and of course, Mick went crazy smelling the hamburger. He wasn't having it. He wanted some. So he sat here and started barking. So what did I wind up doing? I want him to learn he cannot sit and bark and harass me to give him my meal, because it's not going to happen. So what I did was I put him in his carrier, in his little house here, and shut it up, and I put him in the other room. Now, we had a bark fest for a while, but he stayed in there until he stopped barking and was quiet. When he was quiet, then I went in and got him, gave him a little treat, and brought him back out. So, you know, you have to sit there and wait till he quits barking. If you take him out before then, he'll learn that if he barks long enough, that you're going to come and rescue him, and then he'll continue with the same thing. So that's what I did with Mickey, little Mick, when it came to him wanting my food. So we'll continue to do this every time. If I have something to eat and he decides he's going to do this bark fest and want to sit up here next to me and want to try to get at my food, that's going to be the remedy for that. He goes into his little house, he goes into the back room, the door gets closed, and he has no access to me, no access to the food. And when he stops barking and he's quiet, when I'm done eating, then I'll go get him, give him a little treasure, give him a goodie, and say good boy, and let him back out. So, I don't mind putting these things out there, how I'm working to work with Mick, how I'm working to train him, what I'm doing, how it's working, etc. So if you want to be continued interested in that, let me know, and I will continue to put these up here. It looks like they're done. That big tree is gone. And, I'd rather have to look at the neighbor's house than that tree, because that tree was an absolute nightmare for my yard. So I'm so happy that that's gone today. Oh, my goodness. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. Let me know what you think of the Mickey training techniques. We have to outsmart them. You just, when they start something like that, like when he wants to play the Humpty on the teddy bear or whatever else it is that he's got, you take it away from him immediately. When he calms down, you can give it back to him again. And he's got to learn the minute he does something that is not behavior that's right, you remove that, you remove him or you remove the object for a time, and then you give it back to him. Okay? So that's what we're working on with Little. Mick. He's down here resting now. He found out it's not going to happen. He's not going to get my food. And so now he's sitting here resting. Now, the Burger King wasn't bad. You know, of course, they don't use the best meat at those places. Unfortunately, on the grills, they cook with, you know, soy oil or something like that, or corn oil, something that you usually would not want to be eating. But in a pinch, it's something you can get. So that's the difficulty. If you're driving cross country, you can always stop at a Denny's or someplace like that. Just order bacon and eggs or sausage, those things. But again, the difficulty with that is that they don't cook with bacon fat or butter or, you know, things that you really want to be using. You want to stay away from these vegetable oils as much as you can. And unfortunately, in those kind of places, you're kind of stuck with it. So it's much better to cook your own. But if you have to eat out, it's something that you can do. You can get away with carnivore on the fly. But again, it's not something that you're going to do daily, just because of the, you know, the oils they use, etc. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. We'll see you online.